were talking about, but I got to tell you, in this whole entire, this stuff that we do, I got to tell you, sometimes I think I'm losing my stuff. I really do. I think this stuff it's like this particular case, my heart just breaks for, because good Lord, I don't think this case can take any more nonsense in it. Like, I just don't. And yet again, every time we do, we turn around, it's always the Proudfoots. Hey guys, it's nice to see you all. I'm going to wait for a few people to get in here, because you guys are going to want to see this. This is absolutely insane, and I am going to clown the mess out of this. Thank you. God bless you. I'm absolutely going to clown this. Let me just see one thing real quick. Let me make sure I've got my subscriptions. Let me make sure you guys are off. Okay, good. I think we got enough people in here. You guys ready for this? You guys are going to want to see this. Just when I don't think it can just get any more crazy, we just put a whole nother level of crazy. When you got to start making pages and websites and stuff saying that you're innocent, you got problems. I'm just saying. I don't know about everybody else, but just when you think you haven't seen it all, it is and it is the sad gift. I don't even like calling it the gift that keeps on giving. It just rolls off the tongue. But you guys know what I'm saying. Like, come on. I just dropped it in the Facebook group. We have a new Facebook group called Justice for Sebastian Rogers. Justice for Sebastian Rogers. We just started building it up. I haven't really started throwing a whole lot in there, but we're going to be building that Facebook page up. If you guys want to go over there and start going into that page and start dropping your articles and information. But exactly, JD, I get it. Nutfoots. That reminds me, I still have that drawing I have not done yet. Everything kind of went crazy with my car, and everything just kind of went side crazy. So, Nutfoots. Come on, guys, that was a little funny. Come on. Now we have the Proudfoot. Chris Proudfoot is innocent. You know what? Hey, we're talking about it. People are starting to change their mind. They're starting to think Katie's doing it. I don't see Katie Proudfoot is innocent yet. Should we start making guilty ones now? I mean, now that we got like the innocent, like they started the battle, should we create one that says guilty on it? Do you think we'll be banned off of Facebook? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a few friends. Just when we don't think it could get any worse. Like, this is, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm clowning with it and stuff like that, but I don't think the behavior, for them to even have to put a Facebook group up here, if they would have just been decent parents, and just went out and searched for their child and acted like concerned parents, like most of everybody that we would know that has a missing child, let alone a medically needy missing child, if they would have just acted appropriately and responsibly as if they gave a crap about this kid, we wouldn't even be here. Because at the end of the day, we have literally not a scintilla of evidence against them except their own behavior. And we've been around the block a time or two to know. Because we see it from parent to parent. It's almost like our blinders are off. You know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, we can just literally look at somebody's behavior and know whether they're acting appropriately or not, because we've seen so many of these cases. And there's more coming out. I just got hit with like 3 or 4 more. And that's just the ones I know about. We've heard, just over this last week, I think I've read about 5 parents, female parents. Like the female half, right now behind bars for, one was stabbing, the other one was, and the one that was stabbing also set the house on fire, leaving the other one to succumb to carbon monoxide. I mean, there's a lot of this, parents doing inappropriate things that cause their children to meet their demise prematurely. I think that's TikTok safe. I'm getting there. I think we're TikTok safe. But that's what I'm just trying to say. And so we see this. And when we start seeing behaviors like parents running away and parents, we got to stay in the house because law enforcement needs to get a hold of us. It's like the rest of the world in the 2024 realize we have these things called cell phones. And those cell phones literally follow us everywhere. So the whole purpose of cell phones is so that we can be, contacted anywhere and everywhere. So we no longer have to be in one single spot. We can actually take our phone with us. This phenomenon came, I think it was about the 1980s is when this phenomenon of cell phones, came about. And, I realized back then they were ultra expensive, but nowadays you can get a phone for a few $100. You can have service for, like $25. I'm pretty sure law enforcement knows how to get a hold of people, but that was their excuse for why they couldn't go out and search for their kid. So where are we at this point? In this case, where are we? This is where we're at now. We're at that this case stinks to high heaven. We've got law enforcement ghosting us. We've got Katie Proudfoot that has ghosted us all, a month ago. We got Chris acting a fool on all these channels. Now he's kind of started ghosting. And then now you got his stepdad coming out and saying, what do you expect everybody to do if that law enforcement hasn't done? And then you got Chris coming out saying the same thing. What do you think we're supposed to do, to the searchers, the people with the hound dogs and, the cadaver dogs that he kicked out of the community because he wants help but doesn't want help, So we have all these things, but none of it's legitimate evidence against Chris or Katie. But it's their behavior. It's their behavior that's making us feel something bad totally happen to Sebastian Rogers. I want you guys to see this beautiful boy's face. Let me see which one I want to put up here. Give me just a second. I would like to put his missing person. Well, this one, I like this one. This one kind of has all the photos. Hold on, I got to sync it with iCloud. There we go. This one kind of has all the photos. But there's his missing, and this is an endangered missing person. You know what I also didn't realize at the time, guys? Check this out. And, well, maybe I have. And I don't know if I told you guys about this yet or not. There's a few things that I talked to on my YouTube channel that I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys about first. So we did talk on here about how the dog scent hit on the front porch of their home, by the front door, and kind of jumped off the porch. And he kept saying it, and he jumped off the porch. And it was a couple days ago that I realized that Sebastian Rogers, and I said it like this on here the last time, is that we definitely know that there was a scent there because after he got the mail, he went up to the front door and he couldn't get in the front door, so he skipped down the sidewalk and went into the garage door. But I didn't think at the time, this came after me having that conversation with you. Katie told everybody that the reason that Katie and Chris both basically said that the reason why they feel that Sebastian walked out the front door is it's because it's the only one that does not require a key, that he could just punch in the code to get in and out of that door, and he knows the code. Well, it was just the other, like a day or so ago, that it was like a revelation. And so if he picked up the mail and skipped down the driveway up to the porch, skipped to the front door and couldn't get in and turned around and skipped back and started, why didn't he just punch the code in on that front door? That was one of the questions I majorly had. And then when it came to like Chris and Katie, they still, from what I hear, they're back at the Yogi Bear campground too. I don't know how true that is or not. Maybe you guys can look into that. But it looks like they're in the Yogi Bear campground. But they left him, and they keep leaving him. This doesn't sound like parents that think he's out there somewhere. And law enforcement tells them to sit home, so they sit home and don't go back out until they leave to go out of state. But they can leave to go out of state, but they can't leave their house to go search. And they can leave their house to go eat, and they can leave their house to go motorcycle shopping. And well, I think we touched on it in the live earlier, to boot, they have not put $1 toward the reward fund from a boy that disappeared from their own home. Not one single dollar of their money went toward that $3,500 reward fund. They have done nothing for this kid. They haven't even thrown money at the problem. Zilch. And then they go and do something like this and wonder why we're all hot and bothered. It's because of their behavior. If they just changed their behavior, we would have never needed anything like this. So I hope people don't go over and follow it, but I'm sure there's going to be somebody that goes over and supports this nonsense. I mean, well, obviously we already have 79. So I don't even know what to say about this. All I can say is, dude, if you need a website to say you're innocent, you've got some problems. You've got some problems. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know. Is there going to be a Katie Proudfoot coming out? Is there going to be a Katie Proudfoot is innocent one? Is there one? I don't know. This is the first one I saw. You can't make this stuff up. All right, I'm not going to bend your ear anymore. I just thought this was funny and thought I'd bring it to you. They actually made one. I don't even know what to do with this. When you got to say you're innocent because you look so guilty, you probably got more problems than this page is going to help you with. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know what else to say than that. All right, rock it out. Talk to you soon.